says Rakuten earns a commission from their retail.
Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the 10th installment, 10th session of the Jelly Roll Mystery Fun Day. Well, hey, Miss Sheila, welcome. Good to see you on. I was just making introductions. I know it's 3:30-ish. Not quite, but anyways, I went ahead and jumped on just a couple minutes early. You know, I've been kind of straightening up my back wall. See that's our block today. Hello, I see Miss Janice made it on. Thank you, Miss Janice. Welcome. Glad you made it. Oh, looks like my little sweet pea just climbed out of the pool. Grandpa?
Yeah.
May is at the back door.
Okay. She got a towel out there.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I gave her a towel. I made sure she took a towel out with her.
She's got it around her.
Still trying to get my stuff put away so that I can get to work. I thought that would be an easy block until I put it together. Hey, Miss Janice. Okay, send a wave at you. So I thought it would be an easy block for us. Of course, when I took it and tore it apart and redesigned it, I realized it's not as fast as I was hoping it was. So today's session may actually go a little bit longer than an hour. Maybe even a half an hour. And it could just be that I was pretty distracted while I was trying to put it together. Now my hands are all greasy and I gotta touch my screen. What I love is when I've been in the pool for a while and I get out and I want to open my phone with my fingerprint, only because of the water and how long I have been in the pool, my fingerprint changes. And so I can't open it with my fingerprint. Fortunately, I still have visual and I have passwords I can put on there. Hey, Bella. I see you're popping on too. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, guys. I'm so excited. We're doing so amazing on this. I can't wait. Now, let me see if I can pull myself up on Facebook here. There we go. I think I found me, and I think I froze. All right, let's see. There we go. Okay. So, are we ready? Are we ready to get started? Yay! Okay, so according to the directions, you should have 24 white squares. And you should have 7 of your other squares, 7 each of 4 colors. Now, again, you could use multiple colors. It doesn't really matter. And I have, if you see up there, I have it in a striped. One of them is in a stripe, and it just worked out, amazingly enough, it just worked out that all the stripes were going the right direction. Honestly, I think it would look great if they weren't, but let me pull it down. Okay, so even though I did it like this, I was actually thinking that if one block, maybe just one block, had a different color, then it would look like it had thread on a spool. So this block is actually called Spool. I got it from a quilting magazine, not magazine, I'm sorry. I am using magazines, but I'm using books too. So this came out of a quilting book, and again, I'll have all the references for you at the end, because I don't want to give away where I'm finding all my good stuff. Okay, so I was thinking that, and I didn't, and I might do it on this one, maybe swap 2 of the colors. But if we took one color in one block and changed it to something else, then you would have one spool that still had thread on it. I thought that would be kind of cool. First I thought, well, let's put thread on all of them. And then I thought, well, then it would just kind of look like a bow tie, which, I mean, does kind of look like a bow tie, but you see what I'm saying? Okay, so anyways, so I'm thinking that maybe with this one, I can actually change it. I still have a couple of the blocks that I can change out one of them to a different color. So I'm thinking of that. What do y'all think? Okay. I'm going to put this back. I'm thinking those things are so high. I'm wondering if maybe I should try and find a way to mount it a little bit lower on the wall so I don't have to stretch so high and y'all don't have to see my not so skinny backside. Okay, let me go look here. Those are not it. So when I cut it out, I actually did it in sets of 2. So I actually had 8 blocks by the time I was done. I mean, 8 squares. But I don't really see any of the squares, so maybe I threw them at the very bottom already. Because I don't throw anything away, I save everything. Well, there's those. So let's see. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could just switch to, but I really didn't want to do that. I want just one color. I don't know. It's awfully quiet out there. Y'all talk to me. Tell me what you think. Should we add just one? Oh, my nose tickling. All right, well, I'll do the light color. I don't know. Maybe you're having a hard time figuring out what the heck I'm talking about, and that could be because, you know, sometimes my explanations are not very explainable or understandable or whatever. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out an extra 2.5 by 2.5 of this color, and I'm going to swap it out with one of the darker colors so that it maybe will look like it has thread on it. And if I get really funky or freaky or froggy or whatever you want to call it, maybe I'll do a little bit of embroidery on it and hand embroidery and make it look like thread. I don't know. I'll decide later. I figure this stuff out as I go. Alright, throw the stuff back in there. That goes back in here. We'll set this off to the side. Try not to forget about it. Put my accent color away. So how's it coming? With your fabric, I mean, does it look like you're fixing to run out? I mean, are we doing okay as far as the variety of fabric you have to work with? Okay. That off to the side. Alrighty, so what I have done is I have left my tape on here on my sewing machine, and we have to do, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 half square triangles, and we're going to do them from corner to corner. So let's go ahead and do those. So you're going to need 4 on each. So that will be, we need to do 12, 16 half square triangles, 4 of each color. Now, fortunately, I have, sorry guys, hang on a sec. Just hang on, I gotta tell you something. Okay. Well, hey, Miss Kathy. Okay, so here's what I found out. Taylor texted me earlier today to tell me that, and I didn't know this, but her mother-in-law, who actually lives with her, is in the hospital with coronavirus, and she's fixing to come home today. And the reason that they're sending her home is because Taylor got tested and found out she has coronavirus as well. So that household is dealing with coronavirus right now. Taylor, of course, is pregnant. Happy Saturday, everyone. Yay! But they are dealing with it, and, you know, Taylor's young. She's going to be fine, I'm sure. There's no way to tell if maybe she gave it to her mother-in-law, or if her mother-in-law gave it to her, if they all got it at the same time. Who knows? But, you know, Taylor does work at the hospital, so she's, and they, from what I understand, they did have one coronavirus case on her floor. So there's no way to know whether, you know, they got it there at the hospital and then she passed it on, or vice versa. Because I don't think her mother-in-law had stopped working as of yet. So there's just no way to know. I mean, basically it comes down to it's a form of a very serious flu, and the household has it. And my Facebook kicked me out again. Do you guys have as much trouble with Facebook? Actually, again, it's probably not Facebook. It's probably just my tablet. Now, I put these all face up so that I would not have to keep struggling with this. So hopefully Miss Kathy, I'm so glad you could join us today. I'm sorry you caught me at a time when I was making an explanation about my dear sweet daughter who is home and tested positive for coronavirus. And of course she's pregnant on top of that, so there's not a whole lot she can take. Basically Tylenol is the only thing she can take for the pregnancy, so anything that she takes for the virus is going to be Tylenol as well. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and lay these out. I'd say just get them all out there, have them ready to go into the machine, and let's get stitching. But I visited my ladies last night for just a moment, and I kept my distance, have my mask on, and although, you know, other than the reveal, I really haven't been around my daughter, and even when I was around her then, I kept a distance because that was the socially right thing to do. All right, we're going to set these off to the sides. Once we're not doing, we're setting off to the side. Okay, how's it coming? Everybody doing all right? Well, come on now. My Facebook is giving me fits. Hey, Miss Brenda, welcome. We're glad you're on. So, Miss Janice put her pictures of her quilt squares that she's been working on, quilt blocks that she's been working on. Like, wow, thank you so much. I so appreciate that because I love seeing them. Thank you so much, Miss Sheila. I appreciate that. Yeah, we're definitely praying for her. I know when we did the, I know y'all saw the virtual birthday, or maybe you didn't, I don't know. But Ashley's birthday was the 8th of this month. And so we did a virtual birthday party with all the kids on there, you know, to wish Ashley a happy birthday. And Taylor's little spot was all blacked out because she was laid up in bed with the flu, the bad flu, and with the lights off. But she was there, she was on. So God bless her, she's trying so hard. But she was miserable. She said she's feeling better now. All right, there's some more. That's another set down. Yeah, if I have this all laid out, as in like all my accent colors right set up, it makes it so much faster. Guys, remember to share this as we're having our group so that other people can join in. You know, even if they join late, they can go back and catch up by, you know, watching the videos and just making quick work of that. So make sure you're sharing so we can get some more people in here to have fun with us. All right, so that's all of my squares. They're all laid out. Now all I have to do is come over here and start stitching them together. Come on with me. You can walk over here with me. All right. So I've had my my foot unplugged because not that one. I keep trying to put it in the wrong hole. Because I actually put my little stationary bike. Ooh, Robin, what are you thinking? I had my little stationary bike over here so that when I was stitching, all I had to do was put my, you know, hit the button and it would go. And that was actually kind of cool. Ah, darn it. I hate when that happens. Ooh. All right, y'all. Me and this square, my very first square, and we're gonna have a fight. We're gonna duke it out here in a minute. It's my fault, probably. Operator error, you know how it is. It's like the internet. I fight with the internet too. I think I have come down to the decision that the reason that my needle threader wouldn't needle thread, tongue in cheek here because I'm fixing to try it, is, oh, well, that's even harder. Apparently I've just broken another needle. That's like, I think I am on a roll with these needles. Keep this up, or I'm not going to have any left. Alright, let me grab my little needle thing. Alright, I don't know if y'all can see this, but this is my other little pin holder. It says pins and needle trash can. But on the other side, it says, beware the contents of this bottle bites. So I know it's backwards, I'm sorry. Okay. I keep a set of needles handy right down here underneath my little table. You know, if I had to take this table off, it would be sorely embarrassing because there is so much stuff I keep tucked underneath this thing. And occasionally I do have to take it off because I do embroidery with this machine. And, okay, get that in there, and I have my little brother's screwdriver handy right here. And yes, I use the, my brother machine is the Dream Machine 1. It's the Innovus XV, which I assume that's 158500D. I don't know what all that stuff means. All I know is that is my machine. Alright, I had better luck with my other needle. Ah, there we go. And ta-da, threaded it. So I think it's more the needle than anything. And I'm just hoping that that needle didn't drop in there somewhere because I don't see where it went to. Tip of the needle. Oh, that's going to make me nervous. Okay, let's get back to sewing here. You guys are probably way ahead of me, so you just keep on going. Yeah, last night I had quite a few that I didn't start right at the tip. In fact, I didn't think I did, but it still managed to suck it in there. I'm concentrating. Trying to make sure I get in the right place. You guys getting it okay? We're doing all our half square triangles, and wait until you actually iron them open to make sure that the material is right on, because you don't want to cut it all up and then find out after you do that that the it's slightly off center. Which I did have one that was off center last night, and I actually had to rip out part of one of my squares. But that's okay, because once I got it back together, it looked really good. I was happy with it. Yeah, I got my pattern on a little late last night because I didn't want to post it until I made sure it was right, and it took me a while to put it together. I had a kerplunk game to play with my grandbaby. Because with all this stuff with the mask and, you know, having so much demand for it, I've not had much of a chance to spend with my grandbaby and all of this. And, you know, that's important to me, is being able to spend some time with family. So I stopped for a little while and played kerplunk. I'd never played that before, but it was actually kind of cute. It was harder trying to get all the little pieces in there than it was pulling all the pieces out. God bless Ashley. She does that all the time. She spends all that time with her like that. Okay. How's the volume on the TV? Is it too loud? Is it okay? Can you hear me all right? So we're getting down to the wire on the, because this is the 10th, we only have 4 more days to register for the autumn equinox quilt. I'm not going to try and say the right word because I can't seem to pronounce it, which is kind of weird. You'd think I could at least pronounce it, but I can't. We actually Googled it. I had Google say it to me a couple of times, just trying to say the title for it, and I still couldn't do it. It's a bit of a tongue twister for me. Anyways, about 4 more days is the cutoff for class. We do have people registered, so make sure you get in on it, especially because it doesn't look like we're gonna be getting out of this anytime soon. So this will be a new way to put together another top. And like I said, you can order just the top only, or you can do the whole quilt. We'll send you everything you need for the whole quilt. And if you're local, then I can just deliver it to your door. And then Miss Jerry and I will be doing the classes. There's 2 Wednesdays, and we're going to do the classes on Wednesday nights from 7:30 to about 9:30, depending upon how long it takes us to demonstrate or show you how to do it. And then, we have the option of a 3rd week if we feel like you need a little more time on it. So find there's a ton of registrations out there, so just find one of the registrations and go ahead and register for it. You don't pay for it right away because I have to send you an invoice, so make sure you get in there if you feel so inclined. Almost done. I'm down to my last 2. Are you guys way ahead of me? Probably way ahead of me. So yeah, last night when I was sending out the instructions, I made sure I put on there that, if you like to do the drawing on the accent side or the light side, I included that so you can go ahead and have that done before we started today. Excuse me. All right. Woo. To me, I think that was probably the most work, but it's probably not. That's probably still coming up. Okay. Time to go ahead and separate. Let me get my iron, make sure it's working. So, last night when I was seeing my ladies, Miss Janice gave me some more clappers. Because I've sold some, so I want to make sure that I had a supply in case anybody else needed them. Hey, sweetie. Did you make it over there okay?
Yeah, and scored some SpaghettiOs.
Ooh. Pretty amazing what you get excited about these days, right? Okay. Where was that? Clappers. Okay. I was hoping to at least show them to you. Hang on. Because we are actually going to use the clappers for this one, because you're going to, with all those little blocks, you're going to get some seams. So anyways, these are some of the ones that she sent me. Aren't those pretty? This looks like my ironing board. If you see my ironing board back here, this looks like the fabric that's on my ironing board. I did not make that ironing board, by the way. Somebody else did. This one is cute. I like this. And which, by the way, I did find mine, but I didn't realize. I thought mine was longer. Mine is actually shorter. But I made mine myself. And that one's cute. I like that one. Kick me out again, doggone it. Sorry, I got a little piece of something on my lip. It's making me crazy. Hang on. Okay, so if you're interested in any one of these, please feel free to. I don't have them on Etsy yet, but just IM me and let me know you're interested in one of them. There's 5 different here. I've been using the other yellow one, but there are really cute ones here. I love these. This one has old-timey sewing machines on them. So it's like a sewing fabric one. I like the pink. That's kind of cute. And I think this one might be my favorite. But these are really adorable too. See? Isn't that neat how that looks? Like, ooh. Oh, anyway, sorry, playing around here. Okay, let me put these away. But if you're interested, let me know. Well, hello, Miss Rebecca. Welcome. I'm glad you could make it on with us today. Let me get these out of the way. So these are clappers, and these are available for you. $10 a piece. All the money goes to the ladies that make them. I don't keep a dime on this. If I have to ship it to you, I can ship it. There is a flat fee of $5. I put it into a nice bag with a nice cardboard, make sure it makes it to you very nicely, and I get it in the mail the very next day. So, okay, so you can either private message me, send me an email to my srqquilter, Quilter, at gmail.com, srqquilter at gmail.com. You can send me a message that way, or you can private message me through here. And I will try to get any that are left over back on Etsy. And my Etsy is Robba Lee, SRQ Quilter. I don't know why I did that. I have no idea. Alrighty. Now that I got the sales thing out of the way, just teasing. I don't really do sales. One of my corners flipped up. It's probably just because I kept trying to feed them in one right behind the other. Okay. I'm going to iron that down. Okay. Now that I ironed it down, I can't really get it open. Oh, that looks good. Okay. So it looks like I might actually do pretty good on this one. So I was, you know, I mentioned yesterday on here that I had a storage container. I'd only gotten one, and mentioned it, you know, that it would be nice to have a second one. I mean, I was thinking about, you know, eventually getting back up to Joann's to get another one. And one of my ladies contacted me and let me know that they had a spare one that they were happy to part with. So I now have a new container. Oh, let me show you. Sorry. So this is a scrapbooking storage container. It's meant for scrapbooking paper. And this isn't the one that she gave me. The one she gave me is actually purple. But it fits these squares, these blocks, so nice. It's like they were meant for it. So this is what I've been using to store them. And I had both sets, my child one, my baby blanket one, and the other one. I don't even know what to call that one. All in the same one, but I really wanted two, and so one of my ladies called and let me know that they had one, and so I got one. I scored a new one. Yay! Thank you, Miss Sheila. I appreciate it. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm easily distracted. You should see me all day long. It's no wonder it takes me forever to make masks. Alrighty. You want to join SRQ, but you need contact info? Hey, Miss Rebecca. Let's see. Where are you from? Where are you from? Hey, y'all. Happy birthday. Happy Saturday. Prayers for Taylor. Where are you from?
Hey, Mimi.
Oh, it looks so good. Would you like to show the ladies what your new cover-up looks like?
Yeah.
Come here.
Ladies.
Right here. Right on my screen. Come here. All right, y'all. Let's put this down for a second. So, Ashley got May this cute little cover-up from Disney.
It's a mermaid inside.
Yeah, it's got mermaid material inside.
And look.
They did her embroidery on it. It's so good and so cute.
It said May.
It says May. Yes, it does.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, here you go. Thank you for sharing, May. We appreciate it.
I like it.
So, Miss Rebecca is back up north. Miss Rebecca, when you say that you need your information, thank you so much. I think she's gorgeous. And the outfit's cute, too. Miss Rebecca, you said that you needed information to join SRQ. Just like my page, I think. You just need to like my page. But if you want to get in on the quilt that we're going to be doing for the cutoff on the 14th, you just need to fill out one of the registration forms. If you clicked on the wrong one, it will ask you to put in your information, I think. So if you will private message me, I will send you the link. Anybody that wants to join is having trouble getting through the link, just private message me. And thank you so much, Miss Brenda. Private message me and I will get you the link. I will send it out to you, okay? Or even just go through my Gmail, srqquilter@gmail.com. Yeah, the whole name thing goes back and forth between quilter and quilters. The business itself is quilters, SRQ quilters, but a lot of my Gmail and stuff is all quilter. And thank my husband for that mess up. He kept saying, no, it needs to be quilters. It needs to be quilters. There's more of you. Okay. But in the meantime, I'd already set up my Gmail. I'd already set up my website address and everything. But anyways, the funds of trying to set up a business. Holy cow. And you're sitting there, do I need this? Do I need this? Hey, Miss Angelina, how are you? I had Miss Susan on here the other day. She was chit-chatting with me for a little while, back and forth. We were reminiscing about work life and stuff. I was going to ask you if you miss working, but I see how much fun you're having with your children at home. I guess that's kind of a moot point at this point, because you're enjoying having fun with them kids. And Miss Rebecca, just remember to be in the class, the class that's coming up for the autumn quilt. You don't need to be in Florida for that. We will send you everything you need. If that's if that's what you want, you can do top only, or you can do top binding and back and batting. We'll send everything to you. So you just need to register, okay? And then we'll send you an invoice for that, okay? Oh, thank you, Miss Angelina. You betcha. We'll keep posting. Hopefully I'll have more ladies who will post some of their blocks so you can see, because that part's the most exciting, is when I can see, you know, the blocks that they've been working on. And as you see, as I'm working on ironing these down, if one side doesn't look like it's going to make it, then I fold over the other side, and it usually does. So then I know that I have basically a square. So all my tips are good. So now what I'm going to do is right now, before I go another step, I'm going to go ahead and cut. I'm going to cut those pieces off. And again, you can use your scissors or your rotary cutter. You can be exact, but really all I do is just trim it right down, just like that. And that's all I need. Just make sure you're cutting the right side, the correct side, because that'll mess you up. Yes, Miss Angelina, you're a good mommy. I see you on Facebook playing with your kids, having fun. Did you guys just move or something? Because it looks like you've got a lot of new furniture in and stuff like that. Did you guys finally get into a house? All right, trimming right off here. Trim, trim, trim. And remember, these are still scraps, and they're still viable scraps because they're at least 1 inch wide. So make sure you're hanging on to those, okay? Because you may decide to do a scrappy quilt. And I don't know about y'all, but I have enough scraps right now. I could probably do about 4 king-size quilts with all the scraps I've got left over. And some really cute ones, too. I've been going through my stash, using my private stash for the mask. And I forgot all the cute little patterns and designs and fabric that I had. Iowa? Girl, I was going to come visit you the other day. I thought, oh, I'll have to text her and find out what her address is. Iowa? Holy schmoly. Iowa. What's it like in Iowa? Good times. Don't miss it one bit. Love being mommy. Yeah. Yeah. You know, I do miss working at the bank just because everybody had become such a part of my life. You know, I'd been there for a long time. But at the same time, spending this time with my husband and my family, having these rare opportunities to watch May grow and have her over to swim in the pool and do the things I used to do as a granddaughter with my grandmother. She had a huge pool. Hers was like a 9 feet deep pool. Something about they messed up. It was only supposed to be 8, but they wound up making it 9 and just let her keep the extra foot. Anyways, but I have very fond memories of swimming in my grandmother's pool and making brownies with her and just all the fun stuff. And I wanted to have those kind of memories with May. You know, that's important to me. Miss Angelina, I'm just going to have to make a plan to come over and come visit you. Okay, so here's where the next part comes in. Go ahead and set the blocks up. You're going to use, we'll use this one. And I'm going to use this one as my, no, never mind. Let's not do that right now. We'll do one block with no changes, just plain old block. Okay, so we're going to have, okay, so for you guys, this is the bottom of the spool, okay? So you need that. You need a color. And you're going to set all these up and pin them together if you need to. Go ahead and pin them. So this is where we put, this is going to be the center of the spool. And this is the top of the spool. Okay? So then we got that piece there. And then we have 2. Now I have all these set up so that the top one is my is the up, okay? And that's basically the setup. So what I would say is go ahead, lay it out, and then just pin it all together. And your corners should match up. And you want to pay attention because this is where that curve is, this angle right here on your stitch. And this is what's important. If this doesn't line up even just a little bit, that's where you'll find a lot of problems, okay? Now you can do it where you can stitch just these down here all together and then do the other one. But I'd say to keep things together, just go ahead and pin them all. And if you need to, you can always turn your pin long ways, and hopefully you don't pin yourself, because Lord knows I do that all the time. So pin it the way that you're going to stitch it. Okay. So if I'm going to stitch this way, I'm going to put my pin across there like that. So I'm starting at this end, I'm going to put it this way. That way I can grab the knob and pull it off. And then on this one, if I'm going to stitch this way, again, I'm going to pull it off. So then I can lay it out and just see where it's at. But go ahead and pin them all 4. All 4 blocks. Just go ahead and do them all right now. And remember, that angle is what's important, so make sure you're leaving it, you know, make sure you're getting it right even on the edges, because this is where you're going to do all your stitching. All right, and so you can put that over here. That one's ready to go. And you can stitch both sides at once and then iron it. In the middle one, you're going to iron out. You're going to iron these edges out, and then on the top and bottom end, which we'll go over that again, you're going to iron them in, and that way it puts those seams in different areas. Okay, so they're not all piled up. And again, we're just going to go ahead and do it like this. Yep, like that. Yep, like that. Grab this fabric. This one, and this one. And you're probably going to have one left over. And I guess that's where my fabric went. I love batiks and I hate batiks. I love batiks because I think they're gorgeous, and I hate them because they're so hard to figure out which one is the top and which one's the bottom. Okay. Sioux Center, it's beautiful. Love the seasons and being outdoors. I agree. Life is precious. Treasure those moments. You can get them once. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? And you just never know. I mean, God never promised us a tomorrow. So you make the most of today. And I mean that in a positive sense. I mean, I'm not saying, you know, just because it may be your only day. I mean, live life to the fullest, but do it right. You know, do it with love and respect. Respect for yourself and respect for others. You know, because there's going to be an accounting. We all have to account for the way we treated people, and the way we treated ourselves. All right. I don't know, maybe this takes longer, because then we got to turn around and stitch it all. And once we get past this part, then it gets a little bit faster. Okay, so here's where I'm going to change from... Okay, sorry, momentarily lost. I am going to take and add a different color into this one to make it look like there's still thread on the spool. I have to think about it for a second. So normally I would use another color just like this one in the center. So just like this. But what if I swapped it out for this one? Now it looks like I might still have a little bit of thread on there. But I don't want to do it for all of them, because then, like I said, you can just, it just kind of looks like a bow tie. So let's just do one of them that still has thread on there. And I think, like I said, later on I'm going to go in, I'm just going to maybe like hand embroider in what looks like maybe a little bit of thread, maybe a little thread hanging off of there. But that'll be for another time. I smell. It smells like macaroni. I guess May wanted some macaroni for lunch. A child would live off macaroni. It's a good thing she's got the metabolism to burn that stuff off. Ugh. So how's masks going, by the way, ladies? I know I was mentioning that I feel like I get so distracted that by the time I'm done, I feel good when I've gotten 3 done in a day. Which is probably why I feel so behind. But I know you guys got this down to a system, an assembly line kind of system, right? Not like me. Okay, one more block ready. Now, last one. There we go. And this is why I lay it out too, because I have to see it. Otherwise I'm going to wind up putting it together wrong. There we go. I think I want to put this one here. This one here. It's just I like the design better in the center there. All right, and then my last 2. Ta-da! Okay, so let's go ahead and get these together. Hey, Roberta. All right, well, welcome. Glad you made it live. Have you gone back and saw the videos? Well, hello, Perry. How are you? Perry, I got your registration in. I think I mentioned that to you. I think I sent you an email. But I just want to make sure you know I did get your registration in for the drawing. And ladies, don't forget, we are doing a drawing for those beautiful fabrics. I have one, what they call strips, which is also Moda's explanation for a jelly roll. And the other one is called chips, and that's Moda's version of the, or it's their version of Moda's charm pack. So I have one of each. They are the same fabric, so that'll make a nice big quilt. And all you need to do to register is send me your email either through private message through here, or you can send it to my Gmail account, which is srqquilter@gmail.com. srqqu, there's two Q's, QUILTER @gmail.com. So that'll get you in for the registration for that drawing, and we're going to be doing that in about 2 more days. So let's see. Today is Saturday. We're doing 10, 11, 12, so that would be Tuesday. So Tuesday we're going to be doing the drawing, and of course you don't have to be present to win because I will contact you by email. So when you send me your email, make sure you send me your name too, okay? I know that sounds weird, but believe it or not, it's kind of funny when you get an email and you have no idea who it belongs to. Okay, now that we got that part done, let's move on over here. Let me get a drink of water because I'm thirsty. Oh, good to hear, Perry. Glad you're feeling good. Well, Roberta, I hope when you do get some of the blocks together that you post them. Make sure you post them on my site so people can see them. We love to share. Sorry, I got a little piece of skin. Okay. So I'm going to move those out of the way. And so basically what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to kind of speed through these. Carefully speed through these. And I'm going to do it with my glasses on because I can see so much better with my glasses on. I think I'm going to do just the top on the quilt glass. Absolutely, Brenda. Go ahead and send your registration in, and the and I will send you the invoice for top only. So you just need to let me know, okay? It's actually the first time I've ever offered just a top only, so I'm kind of also waiting to see how that works out for everybody. Okay, let's turn that up just a little bit. I turn it down really low when I am when I'm sitting on something or I'm using the button, and then I gotta try to remember to turn it up. Turn it up when I put the foot pedal back on because I can control it with the foot pedal. Just make sure you're not sewing your other fabric at the same time. So make sure you're only sewing one side, not both sides together at the same time. I've done something like that, I'm sure. But yeah, you only have about 4 more days before the registration for the class will close, okay? So make sure you're getting it in. And if you're having trouble getting into the actual registration page, send me your email, and I will email you the link so you can get into it, okay? I know I'm technically terrible at that kind of stuff, and Nicole does all that stuff for me. She usually handles all that stuff, and of course, she's stuck in Morocco right now. So... Oops, here I thought it went upside down, so let's turn that right side up. So sometimes these things take a little while to put them together. And this one that I took out of a book, it actually didn't call for half square triangles, it actually called for something else. But I felt like we know half square triangles, they're easy to do, generally speaking. So I figured we could get that done a whole lot easier than what they had on the page. So once again, I just kind of revamped the whole pattern. Okay, so I'm almost done down one side. I noticed they have Harry Potter playing again today. I do like Harry Potter. I enjoy going to Universal and seeing the Harry Potter area. That's kind of like my fun time, heading over to Universal. But actually, we spend a lot of time at Disney these days because of May. We're making sure she's getting a really good submersion in Disneyland, Disney World. Okay, once I'm done with this, I'm going to go back and do the other side. And I'm going to do them all first, and then I'll go back and iron later. Now, last night I didn't do it this way. Last night I did each block by itself, laid it out, picked it up, did it over again. I'm hoping this way will be just a little bit faster for us. So you guys get the expertise of my errors. Don't you feel special? Okay, we're going to come back. No, we're going to stay right here. Now we're going to come back to the beginning. And just keep on stitching. We're going to call this extreme chain piecing. Ah! I took the pin out too soon. Alright, I can fix it. I can fix it. Okay, let's reline that up real quick. Easier if it's up there. Got my Facebook again. Doggone it. I need a new tablet. Although it's actually a new tablet. I think I only got it a year or two ago. There it is. Looking for the other part of it. I was like, where did it go? Well, I don't know about y'all, but we had lasagna last night, and I think we're going to do pizza tonight. And then tomorrow, actually, we're planning on lamb. I love lamb with mint jelly. So right now during this self-containment, I think I went through this yesterday, didn't I? Trying to find the right word for this. Isolation, quarantine, self-quarantine time. Has anybody found a particular show that they have previously would not have watched, but now can't stop watching it? Or binge watch something you would have never been watched before in your life? Like my kids, they loved Dexter. And I think even in quarantine time, I don't think I'll go back and watch Dexter. I mean, it was actually a cute show, but my kids loved it. I don't understand that. Kind of had me a little worried. I thought I had a bunch of little serial kids. I don't dare say the word for fear of speaking something into existence. But anyways, it was a cute show. They thought it was pretty funny. But like, I don't care for a movie with a lot of cussing in it, you know, a lot of profound language. But Avenue 5 cracks me up. Okay, so when I cut those, hopefully I kept them all in order. So this is the one where they're curved, and what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and iron those in. Hey, Miss Amanda. It's true. It could be the big demand, Miss Sheila, on the internet. But my phone, because I don't know if anybody can see this. Actually, you know what? Let me take a quick picture here. On my phone. So on my phone, I had to get a picture of this. So I have my phone here. I talk to you guys on my phone, but over here is my tablet. And then over here is my personal cell phone. So I have a business cell phone, a tablet, and a personal phone. And I use my personal phone for most of the correspondence that I have. I use my business phone, my business cell phone, for my for the business part of it. And that's the phone number I give out is the business phone number. That's why I tell people, make sure that if you get my business, you know, if you get my answer machine, please leave a message, because sometimes I don't have that thing on me all the time. Sometimes I feel like I can't fit both phones in my purse. Of course, don't really go anywhere, so. Anyways. Binging Bones. Loved it when it was on. Loved Dexter as well. Oh, I love Bones. She is hilarious in her, you know, matter-of-fact thing. In fact, you know, it's funny you should mention her, because she was the one I was thinking of. I mean, I watch Bones anyways, but the other day she was talking to Booth about his faith. And she was saying, you know, well, what about Abraham? And he said, well, what about Abraham? He said, well, you know, his God required him to give a sacrifice of his son. And Booth looked at her and said, I don't care, you know, about that. Basically what he said was, you know, there's no way I would take my son up to sacrifice him. And, you know, that's food for thought for me. I'm like, you know, that would probably be the hardest thing in the whole wide world I would ever have to do, is if my God asked me to give up, to sacrifice my child as an offering. I don't even know what I could tell you about that. I would just, I don't know, y'all. I'm glad I hope I would never be faced with that. Lord, please don't ever let me be faced with that. I mean, my kids are everything to me. My kids, my husband, my family. They mean everything to me. Anyways, but I just thought that was interesting, because, you know, there are so many times that the art of our lives makes us stop and think. And that is exactly how I felt when I heard them having that discussion, was, you know, wow, if that was me. Or how about, have you ever wondered if you were back in Jesus's time and they're fixing to crucify him? Do you think you would be the one at the foot of the cross crying because they crucified him? Or do you think you would be one of the ones that were saying, you know, crying, crucify? I mean, think about it. If you were from that time period and you were raised a certain way, Okay, too deep, sorry. I get there sometimes. But I think about these things. I mean, it's on my mind. What about you guys? What are some of the deep things you think about? Of course, I probably shouldn't bring that up on live TV, but still. I mean, it's just so... Sorry, you really didn't want to see that, did you? It's just, I don't know. Sometimes the things that go through our head, we just kind of have to talk them out. And there's some things you just better not to talk about. Just don't even bring them up, right? That's the way I feel sometimes. Just don't even bring it up. Alright, so let's do this one. We're going to do this one out. I hope I did the other one out. My husband and I were having a discussion about Gideon. I didn't remember that Gideon was the one that put out the fleece. Even though that whole message kind of stuck with me, I'd kind of forgotten which one was the one that had put out the fleece, and I guess it was Gideon. But so many people say, you know, you don't test God, and yet, God allowed Gideon to test him. Not once, but twice. Unless I got my story messed up again. My husband's only too happy to straighten me out. Anyways, how about everybody else? What movies are you binge watching right now? Me, I just turn the TV on, find something I've already seen so that I don't get distracted by it. That's how I sleep at night. I find something I've already seen and I put it on so I can go to sleep. If it's something I haven't seen before, then I'm likely to stay up and watch it all night long. All night long. Drives my husband crazy. He wears a mask at night to sleep because I drive him crazy with all the lights and TVs. Oh, you are good to me. Oh, you are good to me. Anyways. Alright, that's another block. We're getting there. We're down to the last two pieces, then we can start putting them together. How are we doing for time? Ah, it's only 4:30. Sorry. Yeah, I like to think that I've watched all the Bones out there, and what else? Monk. I think I've binge watched Monk. Psych was on the other day. I used to love that when that was out, and I binge watched that one. And again, just while I'm sewing, I've got my TV right here in front of me. Now we're going to kind of do what we did with the blocks the same way we did it with the squares. The strips, with the way we did with the strip. We're going to do the strips the same way we did the squares. We're just going to pin them all together and then power chain stitch, extreme chain piece them. What do you think? All right, Roberta, I'm glad you're having a good time. I am like all over the place here. I have a hard time sleeping as well. Yeah, Ren, I don't get it. I mean, I have to have the TV on. I mean, I have a timer on the TV, so I can usually set it for about 120 minutes, and then I'm usually good. I can fall asleep. But again, it has to be something I've already watched. So sometimes I'll have the same show pop up because you can do on demand on there and pull something up. There for a while. King Arthur, Legend of the Sword with Charlie Hunnam. I watched that one so many times I probably know everything word for word. But then something else comes out. Ooh, Happy Death Day. I think I watched that one probably about 30 times so far. And most of the time in my sleep. Okay, so let's bring this back over here. We're going to pin real quick. Now, the pinning that we're going to do is just pretty much the same thing we did yesterday. We're just going to match up these little spots. Oh, need my glasses back on. And we're just going to make sure that these line up and nest right together. Now, I said that we were going to use the clapper today, and we are, just not right now. We're not going to use the clapper until after this one, okay? Oh, gee, you get a whole good shot of my Joy FM. Ugh, there it goes again. Grrr. Okay, I'm going to pin both at the same time. Make sure I put it the right side up. Oh, wow, Brenda, you're doing a lot worse than me. I at least finally started sleeping. In fact, I started sleeping for like solid hours, like 6 or 7. I actually got 7 hours the other day. But my husband doesn't wake me up until, in fact, he doesn't wake me up at all. He just lets me sleep. And I just kind of wake up. But I've been going to bed at like 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. One night it was 6 o'clock in the morning. And that's what messes me up so bad. It's going to sleep so late. Okay, that's one down. And remember, we're doing the skinny end to the bar here. Nesting those seams right up to each other. And you remember, you want to get it as close as possible because this is dependent on whether or not that will look like a spool or if it'll look like something else. And you don't want it to look like something else. I feel like it's not where I need it to be. And if you want to make sure, put a pin in the V, right there at the V, and then peel it back and see where it's at. If it looks like it went up there just right, and your stitch should be 1/4 inch from here to here, should be 1/4 inch. And if you check it, yep, 1/4 inch, then you should be good. Sorry about that, I hit the thing. Okay, and then I'm going to put the other one on. Now, if you're not in a hurry, then don't worry about pinning both sides. Just pin one at a time and then go on in there. See, Bella? Hey, Bella. See, you're back watching again, or maybe you never left. Who knows? You know, it's just the way that it gives me the notifications. I agree. I went out at 5 a.m. You win. No. I would prefer not to win that one. That's the first time I've been up that late since I was probably, I don't know, out partying with Bella. Bella and I used to get in some major trouble together. Oh my gosh, does anybody remember Animal House? If you grew up here back in the 80s and 90s, I think they had their place still in the 90s as well. But there was a place called Animal House, and it was the local hangout around here. And that was where I cut my teeth on going to the bars. Of course, I didn't drink much because I'm really not a drinker. But we did have some fun back then. Yeah, even then, I wasn't much of a drinker. Bella used to laugh at me. She thought that was funny. Not laugh in a bad way. I mean laugh because we used to have so much fun. cutting up and being silly. Those were back before baby days and husband days, and we still cut up and went crazy. Not a good influence, was I? No, you were definitely a bad influence, but a good bad influence. You know, it's just, I'm glad those are good memories. You know, that it could have not been a very good time with some of the crazy shenanigans we pulled, but I'm glad I have good memories. And now we have the opportunity to make friends and make new memories. I'm excited about that. We can do it online now. Before, you had to actually meet up at bars and stuff. And that was the thing. I mean, if you wanted to go out and meet people, that's where you went. Especially if you're not a church person, because I met my husband, my now husband, at church. And I met my first husband at a party. Actually, it was work, but it was still a party. Okay. I have all of mine done. How's everybody else doing? Done as far as pinned. All right. Now we're going to power stitch right through this. Power chain piece. Extreme chain piecing. Ah. Okay. So I should have 4. I should have 4 here. Oh. Okay, maybe I'm not done. All right. Let me grab my little scissors. Y'all, I killed my little black scissors. I'm so depressed. I'm not even sure where I got them from, but they were getting kind of dull because I tried to cut a couple of pieces of wire. Shh, don't talk about it. And so they were starting to get a little bit dull. And so I thought, well, I'll just take the knife sharpener and, just, sharpen one side. Hopefully that'll help. And I thought, oh, that's good. I can get this done. They are worse than when I started. They're horrible. I don't even know if it's even worth it to try to take him to a scissor sharpener place, because I think he charged me like $20 to sharpen my scissors the last time, which was fair enough. I mean, I spent a whole lot more than that on the scissors. So, I mean, it was worth the money, but I don't know if it's worth it for my little black pair. But if anybody has any hints on how I can sharpen those little black scissors, because I really, really like them. They're comfortable, and they cut so well, and I miss my little scissors. Oh, they're gingers. No wonder I like them so much. And I ruined them. Leave it to me. Alright. Make sure y'all, I actually had to, when I first started the very first block on this, I actually had to take it apart because I'd sewn one of the corners wrong side up. So, avoid that problem if you can. Made the wrong choice. Fast fix in the mall, I think, sharpens. Oh, okay. Well, hello, Melissa. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Really? The ginger will sharpen them? So should I not tell them what I did to it? Alright, I'm going to get that needle right up to the pin, and then I'm going to pull the pin. I can't even tell you how many pins, or how many needles I have broken. I know, but not from hitting pins. I promise that's not what it was. Most of the time I'm just trying to pull the fabric too quick, and I pull the tip off. A couple times I have, I was forgetting that I changed out the foot and was on a zigzag, and so I hit the needle on the foot. Alright, make sure you get that out of the way. They replaced mine, got mine, and bent the point. Oh, I've done that a couple of times, but yeah. No wonder I love those things so much. I didn't even realize they were ginger. Okay, I will do that. I will send them to Ginger. Because I really like them. Just like my my rotary cutters again. I love my rotary cutter. I have 2 or 3 of them, and I keep extra blades, but I have to. Gosh, the cost on the blades is like unbelievably expensive. So how are we doing? Are we powering through these? Hang on. Sorry about that. And I have a little stress relief mat, so it's kind of a squishy mat on my floor. And every time I drop my scissors from up here from the table onto the floor, they like stick right into the mat. I like have a hole in the mat. Oh. Okay, I'm going right up to the needle, right up to the pin, take the pin out, keep on going. Okay. Then I'm just going to flip it around and start on the other side. There we go. So I was working on my mask today, and I found just a little strip of interfacing, so I can go back and use a little bit of interfacing, because what I've been doing is doubling up on the cotton because I can't get any interfacing. So I've gone in and cut it up, and I've got it on some of the interfacings, or I mean on the linings of some of the mask I'm working on. So what are you guys doing when you run out of something? What kind of fixes have you guys been doing? Do you have room to contact me? To have everything you're sent in? Yeah, definitely. Well, I assume that you can probably go to their website, which I will check on that. And if I find out something, I will post it on my page. Oops, forgot to pull that pin. Right up to the pin, pull the pin at the last minute. Keep going. Okay, I got that. Alright, last one. Now, once we get this done, we still have 2 more steps. But we're almost to the end, ladies. And this one will be a cute one. See if I left any other pins in. Nope, no pins. Okay, come on back over here. Okay. Now, I use my clapper. Now, remember, I have some new ones, so you know, just private message me or go into my Etsy, which is Robalee SRQ Quilter, and you should be able to pull up my site. I don't know how it got named like that. I have no idea. I don't. Even though I did it, I'm just not sure how I did it. Well, welcome. It looks like we have quite a few people on right now. Wow. I have like 10, then I need some, more. You have 10 sets of gingers? Jeez. That's a lot of gingers. I know whose closet I need to come raid. Can the rotary blades be resharpened? You know, Perry, I have tried to resharpen mine, and just like with my ginger, it just made it worse. So I don't even cut paper with them after that. But I wonder about that. I wonder if you can send them to Ginger and have them resharpened. I don't know. I'll check that out on their website. Again, I'll post it on my my Facebook page. And I do have a website, but it is not currently up and running. It is being worked on. So as soon as I finish sending everything in, she can get it up and running. So we're going to be using our clappers again. I love these things. I can't ooze enough about them. And the one I'm using is Miss Sheila's. I'm sorry, not Miss Sheila's. Miss Janice's. She gave me a whole bunch of them to sell for her, and I just fell in love with this one because I found mine finally and realized it's actually kind of short. And I made my own, but I like hers. Oh, that's right. I forgot. And when you worked at Hancock's, so Bella's saying that she had that she worked at Hancock's, but I remember that because I worked at Hancock's. She got me a job when I first got back to Florida. She helped me out by getting me a part-time job there. I worked about 2 or 3 nights a week on top of working at my other job and working nights at a bar. I had 3 jobs. Man, I don't even know how I did it. I don't know how I survived my sanity. I don't know how my sanity survived. But yeah, I was working 3 jobs trying to make it when I moved back to Florida. Because my marriage fell apart. It was a bust. Not proud of it, but you know what? It happens. Anyways. Life changes in a moment, you know? Everything's a season. Sometimes you feel like the season you're in is going to last forever, but just hang on. You'll get through it. You know, just like this COVID thing. It's a season. We're going to get through this, and we're going to get through it well. Just stick in there. You know, hang in there. Get on the phone if you need to talk to somebody. If you get depressed, or if you need just to hear somebody else's voice, come on here at 3:30. You can hear me drone on about much of nothing. Oh, y'all, I am so grateful for you guys listening to me go on and on about much of nothing. But I hope I'm encouraging. I hope I encourage you guys. And that I don't know if it's soothing. I've listened to my voice before, and I'm not sure if I would say my voice is soothing. But, you know, there's always that other voice that you have, the phone voice. The one that you use when you talk on the phone. Or when you have to deal with customers. You say, yes, sir, I understand. Thank you so much for your patience. There's always there's always that voice. And then there's the voice for your kids. What? Get over here. I can't believe you did that. And that's the voice you use for your kids. Okay. Enough of messing around, sorry. All right, so we've used the clapper to open them up, and you can just place it down on, an ironing board and do it that way. I find the clapper makes it so that my seams don't buckle. I'm really bad about it, but if I do that, then my seams don't buckle. Now, you can put these together like this, you know, any way that you want to, straight up, straight down. You can turn them so that they're, you know, like the one on the back wall over here. You can keep them all straight up and down. Although, when you do that, I think it takes a whole nother shape. With them being different colors, though, it's really not that bad. It actually looks kind of cool. But, again, I have a different color here. A little bit different than the one I have on the back wall. Let me get a little bit closer so you can see the one on the back wall. See? Okay, so that one I turned them in different directions. But with the stark contrast on this one, even though the colors are similar, even though the colors are similar along the same color scheme, it actually looks kind of cool like this. Let me trim that little bit of. There we go. So let's see what we got here. Let me go hide from hubby in my she shed. I like that one. 2 upside down. Yeah, Kathy, I know what you're saying. That was the very first thing I did. I got 2 of them upside down. Authentic. Cool. All right. So, I don't know. I kind of like them like this. Oh, guys, I'm having a hard time deciding. Should I turn them? I don't know. When I look at them in the, on there, I almost like them better. All right, I need an opinion. Quickly, somebody tell me, should I keep them all right side up or should I turn them? What do you think? I think with this one over here like this, I think it really just kind of makes it, gives it a, oh, I don't know. Ashley, come here, please. Pretty, please. Sorry, my britches fall down every once in a while. I don't have quite the hips I used to have when I was younger. Turn 1. I don't know. Let me ask Ashley. You like them turned, Perry? Okay. Hurry up, Ashley. I'm live. Come on. Turn. All right, that's 3 now I've got for turn. All right, you're missing your chance. I just need a quick opinion. These are supposed to look like thread spools. So these are spools. And originally the pattern is supposed to go like that. So what do you think? Leave them like that or turn them?
I say leave them long ways, otherwise they look like bow ties.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
All right. So, and that's 1 for leaving them long and 3 for turning them. Okay, so the one good thing about this is at least you don't have to match up all those little seams, but you still have to match up the seams. Okay. So basically what we're doing is we're back to this. And we're going to pin these down. And again, pin them in the direction that you're going to be putting them on your block. Laura says that way. Okay, thanks, Laura. So we're just going to go ahead and leave them that way. And we're matching up the seams. Hey, Miss Laura, glad you made it back on. Okay, there's no way to extreme piece this. Extreme chain piecing on that one. So we're just going to go ahead and stitch both sides down, lay it back out, make sure we have it in the right direction, and then do the other side. And then we're almost done, ladies. Almost done. And we'll be heading on to the next block, block 11. And again, I don't do these classes or these sessions on Sunday, so Sunday is a day of rest, and I take it to do something else for myself besides my fun mystery stuff. Actually, I have 2 mystery quilts that I have to, that I finally got the clues in on, and I have to get to work on those. The other thing I would say is make sure you line up those seams, and I don't know that I checked that, so hopefully they look okay, because it was upside down. But I'll find out when I turn it. And then I'm going to go right up to the pin and pull the pin. Get past that just a little bit, see if I can line up that. Line up my seam here. Keep my fingers crossed. Sometimes I don't quite hit that thing right. I'm going to to bother because last time it was like I was trying to chew gum with that thing or something because it was all over the place. Oh, there goes my Facebook again. Ah, not bad. So you're aiming to try to get these to match up. So remember to pay attention to that. Now that's that one. This is the one I was not paying attention to. So let's see. Oh, looky there. It actually turned out. Got those in there. All right. Come on back over here. Now I think I had that one like that, and that one like that. No. That one like that, that one like that. Was it this way and this way? I think it was like that. Okay. So here's where we're going to have to do the clapper one more time. And we're going to iron that seam open. And again, it's because we have so much bulk with these little corners right here that we need to make sure we iron these open. And it really will help to alleviate some of that bulk and some of that stitching nightmare that happens. Okay, that's one down. One more. Yeah, the original pattern for this actually had a piece that was shaped like this that you had to stitch onto, and I thought, nah. We've done too many half square triangles in our quilting careers to mess around with that. So I redid the pattern for squares and half square triangles. I figured that worked out pretty good. I mean, you never know, it might have worked out faster that way, but I just thought that was, you know, again, we've done so many half square triangles that I think we can pretty much figure that out. All right, so that like that and that one like that. Okay, perfect. All right. So we're going to match up these seams one more time. And again, if you're keeping a line, you know, kind of keeping an eye on that 1/4 inch seam and make sure you make it as accurate as possible. And using a 1/4 inch foot really helps a lot. Now I have on my featherweight, because I haven't been able to put a 1/4 inch foot on it, I actually have a piece of tape that runs the length on the side so I can just watch the fabric go up the side of it. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. Ouch. Got myself again. Gosh darn it. I like the little short ones for this. The short pins. Like I got this one and then I have that one. And that one's good if you know, if you need to hold a big piece still, but the shorter ones, I like them so much better for this kind of thing because I just need a quick little pin there. And then I'm going to, on the corners, I need to match up that seam as well. So not only are you matching up the seams on the inside here, but you want to match up the ones on the edge because that's what's going to give it that nice finished look. Now, for some reason, it doesn't go well, and they don't want to match up. Do not throw out this project, okay? This is not that kind of project. This is a project where you're just having fun with friends, and you know, all of this comes with time. Experience, there's a lot to be said for experience. We were talking yesterday about my log cabin being my signature block. I love the log cabin. It was my first one, and it was my worst one. But I love that block. And my first log cabin was nearly a full inch short. But, you know, time has gotten it better. But there are just so many pieces that it's easy for it to get out of whack. But I'm not going to let that block get to me. I will conquer that block. Oops, let's get that out of the way so you can see. Alrighty, and just so you can see the fabric. Not that one, that's my jelly roll. So this is what a jelly roll looks like. If you've never seen a jelly roll, they come like this, or they come like this where they're in the package all laid out, or like this. I don't know. Either way, they get wadded up in there. So whatever works. It's whatever you like. Anyway, so this is what we're drawing for. Don't forget, send me your email. just send it through private message, or you can send it to my SRQ Quilter, QUILTER, at gmail.com, and I will put you in for the drawing. Okay? And also, if you're interested in the class that we have coming up on the 22nd, just make sure you send me your email, and I'll send you to the form, straight to the form. Because I did notice that, again, if you, one of the forms is kind of messed up. Or if you go to my events, it's in the events as well, and if you click on get a ticket, it'll take you straight to the registration page. Make sure you go all the way down the registration page, because it's towards the bottom. There's just so much information I have to put into that. So make sure you go all the way to the bottom. That's where the registration is. So I'm going right up to the pin and then pulling the pin at the last second. And then we're going to cross our fingers and hope it turns out well. All right. See, that's usually how I break my needle. Pull it out kind of fast. Not bad. Not bad, ladies. I think I did all right. So the big one is this one in the middle here, because you're trying to match up 4 separate corners. And it's, well, basically it's a pinwheel right there in that corner. But that's usually the hardest part right there, is that those 4 corners right there. But it looks good. Looks like my corners have matched up really well. Doesn't happen every time, so don't get frustrated. This just takes time. Just takes time, takes practice. These kind of squares probably frightened me the most, especially when I was first learning. But don't give up. This is worth it. You know, learning how to do these, it's absolutely worth it. And there is so much help out there. There's so many ladies that love to share their knowledge on how to do this. It's the whole reason I got into this. I love quilting, and I love sharing my knowledge on how to quilt. So, you know, don't ever give up. We're there for you. If you need help, if you need someone to talk to. Well, hello, Miss Nicole. Welcome. Nicole from South Carolina. I did ask Nicole to come join us during one of the lives, just to say hello and to let everybody know how she's doing. But I don't know if she will, because there's such a time difference over there between here and there in Morocco. So hopefully maybe soon she'll jump on and say hey. All right, so we are almost done here. Just got one last seam to iron open. And you really didn't have to, but this would be easier for, again, your long arm quilter or for your sewing machine to do that. Okay, last one's done. How did we do, ladies? What do you think? I can't wait to see your blocks and get them online so I can see how they turned out. I kind of like the idea of the lighter square in just one of them. And I think I will later on go back and embroider that and put in maybe a little bit of string or really thick. I think Nicole has some really thick thread in her stack of boxes, because she dropped all her sewing boxes off with me. So I have my Janome sewing machine back finally. But now I'm so used to use my brother, I don't even know if I can go back to my Janome. Anyways, all right, well that looks great. Again, I can't wait to see what everybody's got. How they did their blocks and what they look like with their fabrics and everything. I'm excited about that. That's just fun. I love seeing them. Any questions before we finish out our day for today? Questions, comments, hellos? You guys were fabulous. Oh, thank you. All the hearts. I love the hearts. Thank you. Here's my heart too. Poof, poof, poof. I try to change out my earrings every once in a while. You know, try to dress it up, snazz it up once in a while. I love my necklace, so I usually wear it a lot. Aww, I get lots of hearts. I love it. You guys are amazing. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are amazing. I absolutely love spending time with you in the afternoon. This has definitely not been a chore. I look forward to it. I look forward to finding the patterns and revamping them, because I don't know if I ever met a pattern, even when I was sewing clothes, that I didn't try to change. So this is right up my alley. You guys have been fabulous, and I've enjoyed seeing the stuff online. Even if you're not doing these particular blocks with us, if you're working on something, whatever it is, maybe it's even woodworking or something like that, crocheting or whatever, macrame, you know, post it. Go ahead and post it on my site. I would love to see it on my Facebook page. You guys, that would be amazing. Happy Easter. That's right. That is tomorrow. I hope y'all are going to be spending some time with family. Maybe not personally, not right close up, but maybe you'll have online get-togethers, kind of like we did for Ashley's birthday party, because she was stuck with no one but us, which she's been stuck with the whole time. Make sure you're reaching out if you know of a neighbor who maybe can't have Easter dinner or something. You know, check with them and see if you can drop them off a little something. Make sure we take care of our neighbors and our friends that are, especially the ones that are close to us. Even if we can't, you know, be with them, maybe we can drop them off a little pot of something to eat, or, you know, a little card or something. But, you know, remember the people that are having a hard time as well. And if you're having a hard time, you know, reach out, let somebody help you, okay? Listen, guys, you have been great. Thank you so much, Miss Roberta. You just rock. You guys are amazing. I love this. This has been so good for me. I appreciate it. You guys have a wonderful day. Stay safe, okay? And I love you. Mwah.